Well, hi woodworkers. You know how it is sometimes you don't have enough hands to do the job? A triangle like this with two 90-degree opposing sides on it, and on the back we've got some slats here like this. I've also cut out some holes here where my clamps can go on there to clamp this to a piece of wood that I want to hold up in place while I do another function. Here's an example of what I'm talking about. Say I want to put this shelf in here, and I'm starting to run out of hands already, so in order to hold this in place while I position the other one, I can set my clamps here like this, and that will act as a balance point to hold this piece in place while I put this shelf in and attach it to my upright piece here. Another example, it might be that I want to put screws in here into this piece that's laying on the table. Well, I want to hold the flat piece in place with one hand, and I want to drive the screws in with the screwdriver or whatever, and I just about have to have three hands to do that. Okay, there's a real good solution to that. Of course, you've already figured out what I'm doing here. Let's build one and see how it turns out. The one that I have here that I made, like I say, a few years ago, I made out of plywood that I had laying around here, and like I say, just screwed it on and glued the thing in place. So, but this time what I think I'll do is make one that's a little bit more stable, and I'll make it out of this particle board material here. And as you can see, I have squared up these two sides, so we have a perfect 90 here. That's very important. Otherwise it's going to throw you off when you try to use the tool. And then I scribed a 45 degree here and one here. First of all, I'm going to take it over to the table saw, and we'll set our miter gauge so we have a 45. This angle here isn't all that critical because you're not going to use that. It's just these two angles that are important. I find that my table saw sled is a lot more accurate than what a miter gauge is for cutting 90-degree corners. So as you see, I've got it laying on there, and I made my second cut. Now we're going to square up everything for the second corner brace. Well, as you can see, there's never enough hands to go around. But I've got it glued together, and we're going to give it a couple hours to set up the glue here, and then we'll put screws through to reinforce it, and we'll be ready to try them out. Oh, I still have to cut some holes in it for the clamps to go through, so you can put them through from either side. It makes it a lot nicer. Okay, I got to explain why I've got all these holes in the back of this little square affair. That's pretty simple, not very complicated, but You can see I can go clear through to the corner with my clamps, no problem there at all. What about maybe I want to put a clamp in from this side? I've got a really oddball thing. Once in a while I've run into a situation where I did have a clamp coming in from one side and another one coming in from a different side. And if you have a project that you would like to see me take on, or if you're puzzled about how to make something work, you have a project with furniture repair or just average garage workshop little ideas that are floating around in your head and you'd like to see somebody put a little video together on it, let me know. I'll take it on. I'll tell you if I can't, but all you have to do is comment in the segment below where the comments are below this video, and I'll get back to you just as quickly as I can, let you know if I can take on the project, and most likely I can. Like I say, I'm retired, don't have a lot of other things pressing me at the time, so I just float along here and whatever turns out is easy to handle. You know, I'm really having a good time today. I've tried to sign off 3 times, and every time some little thing bobbles away and it doesn't work out. So till next week, I hope you have a good weekend and a good week, and this will be Wayne for What's Up Wayne signing off. Goodbye.